All right. I'm going to put it in the chat, but I appreciate everyone for being patient with me. Just let me know if you can hear me okay before I get started. I'll post it in the chat as well. Let's see. Okay, perfect. I just wanted confirmation that everyone can hear me, so I make sure I'm not talking to myself. Okay. So the purpose of this video is, I don't know if you guys watched my previous video from earlier today, but I mentioned that we're going to have a Dogecoin breakout. And this was about, at this point, I'd say maybe like 6 hours ago. And the reason for that, I'm going to take a look at the charts here. And I try to give notice when I see trends. We'll get to this in a minute, but I'm going to do all here. And basically, we were coming up on the third test of this support line here. And I know that a lot of you are familiar with like different wedges and as far as for like the consolidation of like the point to come down in a wedge. And at pretty much when you have a stock or crypto and they can test it more than 3 times, but technically around 3 times, you're going to see a break. And that's going to be to the upside or typically to the downside. And if you don't have a catalyst or a major support to get the momentum to go to the upside, typically you're going to have that break to go downward. So when I saw that the point that we're testing it for the third time today, I wanted to pretty much put out a notice and say that, okay, from here, we're going to have our breakout. And it turns out that literally I was a few hours ahead. I was actually expecting sometime this weekend, but it turned out that today was the day. Let's see. Oh, you bought in? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure what everyone's DCAs are, but if you are anything like in the 20s or 30s, or definitely higher than that, this is a prime opportunity for you to like severely cut your DCA. So when you have, I don't know if you guys watched my video from a couple of days ago, but I pretty much gave the parameters as far as for how to effectively average down or dollar cost average. And depending on like your numbers, like, so let's say it's at 10 cents for now, right now, and your DCA was 50 cents. This is how you can aggressively bring down your DCA without necessarily spending a fortune. So you get in trouble when you try and average down at 45 cents when the current price is 45 cents and your DCA is 50 cents. You're gonna have to spend a fortune to get it down. But when you have these large gaps, like where we are now, when you have these gap downs, this is a prime opportunity for if you want to exit the coin or if you want to increase your coin count for long term. This is all an opportunity for you to pretty much take your position and come in. As far as for me, as you guys know, the ones, my subscribers, you guys know that I've said that we break that 19 cents level, we get into those teens, I'm a buyer. So absolutely, I'm coming in, absolutely. Certainly before, I got some a couple hours ago, but I'm liking what I'm seeing here. And remember, historically speaking, the floor is around, our resistance level is around 12 cents. And that's on the extreme side of the correction window for crypto, right? And if we look here on the chart here, we had a gap up. And if you guys don't remember, when you have a gap up, you can expect a gap down. That pretty much means there's no support in this range here. Historically, when I say that, we should have some resistance around 12 cents, even though we don't have any support there. It's typically when you're around like that higher 80 to 90% window, the community investors, they start to say, okay, this is oversold or this is undervalued. So at that point, typically you'll see investors come in and be aggressive, and that's where we can kind of see some resistance there and get the brakes pumping on the correction. But technically speaking, from the gap up, this can go, as far as for the next resistance points, is going to be around 6 cents. So we'll see here. We're still in range. So we haven't we're getting pretty close as far as a breaking formation, but we're still in range here to get a bounce. But we're going to have to track this going into the weekend. Let's see. I'm going to take some questions here. Bye. Absolutely. Let's see. So are you saying I should buy in now? Yeah, I don't know what your DCA is. I started buying like January 28th. So most of my coins are around the 5 cent range. So that's why I typically will wait until we have a bounce and, well, pretty much a correction into the teens before I buy. Because I have a lot of coins, I'm happy with them. I'm consistently buying, but I'm just doing so making sure my entries are strategic. I'm in at 0.9. Should I sell? I mean, if you're short term, like if you believe it's going to go there or dip below, if we blow past that 12 cents resistance level, it's possible we can go to 6, just because of that gap up and there's no resistance between. I'll go back here to the chart. There's no resistance here. So after we break formation here, it's possible. But again, historically speaking, we should see some resistance right around this mark here, which is the 12 cents. And this is just pretty much the higher end of the percentage of crypto coins when they correct to the extreme side. So, but technically speaking, we have a gap up. So it can go to 6. I say if you're fearful that it's going to dip down below your DCA, you can. But if you're long term, or I would say that the fact that we're so close to your DCA now, this would be a time to increase your coin count. So it really just depends on how you're playing the coin. Let's see. Yes, King, we are live. Let's see. Bought the dips at 13 on Doge, 43,000. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bitcoin is down as well. So yeah, this is not just exclusive to Dogecoin. Like right now, when you see these dips, whatever you're bullish on. So yeah, I see you bought Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, whatever you're bullish on, these are the times to increase your positions. We haven't seen these prices for a very long time. So when we come down and test these levels, technically speaking, we have these rallies. So either you won't see it again, or you're going to get a great bounce. So if you're swinging it or trading it, this is an opportunity for you to make some quick cash. Lowest since May. Yeah, I wish I had money. Absolutely. Yeah, and for those of you that are new in the chat, I wanted to just do a recap of pretty much the video I made earlier today. And pretty much today we were testing the resistance level here for the third time. And you can go more than 3, absolutely, but technically around 3, if there isn't like a catalyst or something major, and it starts condensing itself into a shorter period, the floor or that resistance level can become weak if there's not enough momentum or orders to come in to make up that gap, which is technically to get that rally that we've seen historically. So when you have the wedge consolidating and you see you have the bigger one here, you have a medium sized one, and this one here is shrinking, you have that consolidation point, and then you'll get a break in either direction. So that was the purpose of the video today. What are your questions? 4.4 million Doge. Absolutely. Yeah, congrats on your Doge too, the amount. Absolutely. 30 cents DCA. Yeah, man. Congrats on the 4.4. That's nothing. That's nothing just to skim over. Congrats on that. Absolutely. Yeah, and again, I don't know everyone's background here, but when you have the top 10 or just pretty much the leaders in the market, and they all take a nosedive at 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, just please know that's not a coincidence. Like just please know that when you see Bitcoin getting hit this hard and all the other ones, of course, they kind of trace each other, especially the top 10. Yeah, don't panic. This is, where this is like a predetermined path. It's not like a random or like some guesswork. This is all strategic engineering. I wish I can predict the future just one day ahead. Yeah, me too. When I put the charts together and I was doing my charting today, I was only about 5 hours ahead. So yeah, if I wish I could have 24 hours too. Yeah, but the better you are, you'll get better with time as far as looking at charts, and you'll be able to identify these patterns, which is why I'm telling all of you how I came to the conclusion that we were going to have the breakout from the point where we are now. So that way, when you see this again, which you will, you'll be able to make that, pretty much feel comfortable as far as making that decision and say that, okay, I've recognized this before. Technically, when you're involved in these plays, the more patterns you see, nothing's 100%, but the more you see them, you'll kind of be able to um, pretty much, have an idea what the next move is going to be if you're going to have a breakup or a breakdown. My wife said, AMC and Doge are dying on the same week. Rough. Yeah, somebody. I'm not going to get into some of those other catalysts right now. Yeah, but it seems that somebody or a certain group of people, they're raising a lot of cash here. I see a lot of selling off going on. I wonder why. I'll have a video early next week. We can kind of talk about that. But I have a few ideas as to why that is. But is 16 a strong support? 16 is resistance. It's some resistance. We've hit it a few times. I wouldn't say it's a strong support, um, but we've held up there pretty well as far as for this year. We haven't broken back below it. I believe we just kind of did like a flash crash below it, but technically 16 pretty much holds up. Um, we have another resistance level similar to 16 around the 12 cents range. And if we break that, then that's typically the gap up range. So at that point, we would have a floor. The next resistance level would be around 6 cents. And that's pretty much where I entered around January. Most of my coins I got some at 2, but most of my DCA is around 5 cents. Why is Doge dropping? Yeah, the market's down. There's a lot of catalysts right now. 'Cause I know we were having some panic about the variant and all that kind of stuff, but um, yeah, everything's down. So it's not specifically Doge. The market is trending um, downward together. So um, I know sometimes we isolate on the ones we are invested in, but it's not just Dogecoin right now. So as of right now, it looks like we're holding up at around the 16, which is good. Um, how long do I think this crash will take? um, it depends, especially with crypto. I don't believe we're going into like a crypto winter or anything, but I mentioned this on a different chart a few weeks ago because I wanted to show people when you say you're invested and people say hold, 'cause a lot of times people are looking for fast money. So I like to compare it to their all-time favorite coin, which is Bitcoin. And when it comes down to holding, you have to be patient, and your patience is typically rewarded. So we'll see here in 2017, we came up and we tested the 20,000 mark in Bitcoin. And I've done this chart enough. I know I don't have to go through the numbers, but pretty much we had a correction all the way down to around $3,000, and it did not see that line again for 2 years. Not saying that that's technically what you would call like a crypto winter, right? So even though you're bullish on the coin, the catalyst is going. Um, this is you pretty much have to, hang on for that period of time till you believe that the fair market value comes back, but I'm not saying that I don't believe that we're headed into a crypto winter, at least not right now. So just giving you an idea of sometimes the correction and the amount of time that it can take. So this is technically, in my opinion, I believe this is manipulation here. Anytime I see the top 10 sell off and do identical patterns, I always call it manipulation or institutions playing with the money. But as far as for us, it gives us an opportunity for us to make our entries. So I don't get too upset when that happens. I was on the road. I hadn't checked. It's a bloody day. Yeah, today was, um, I guess you can just say a fire sale, right? Yeah, but if this is specifically because of like the variant and stuff like that, unless we get like some hardcore numbers, you can say, as of this point, you can say it may be an overreaction. So we'll see. Well, with crypto, I guess we can monitor all weekend, but we'll see how the stock market responds next week. So early next week, we'll kind of have an idea of where we're going to head. I'm going to switch back to Dogecoin. All right. And so does everyone understand pretty much from the points that I went over? Does everyone understand? Because I want the community to pretty much be able to see how I came up with these numbers so that you can kind of do it for yourself. Does everyone understand how I came to the conclusion earlier today that we're going to have a breakout? And for those of you who are new, if you haven't, please like the video and consider subscribing. If you want to hear more from me, you can always change your mind later. Exactly. They want to buy in cheap. Absolutely. Yeah, it's typically when you control a coin, you can do that. You can pump it up, create the catalyst for you, especially if you're an institution, you can create the catalyst to pump it and take profits, sell from underneath everyone, then repeat the process. When you're a whale inside of you're a big fish inside of a small tank, your manipulation can certainly pay off multiple times. They'll be back at 20 cents Monday or Tuesday night, easy money. Yeah, this is historically, yeah, that's correct. Absolutely. Historically, we do get that bounce back up, and because I don't know if you guys remember, the last time we came down and we were doing this 16 cents window, we ran to about 21, 22 cents within the next few days, and then we had that 20 cents to like 24 cents, and we pretty much had that little tennis match there. And I believe that traders made an absolute fortune in that window because when you're getting 20, 30% on every day, and that could be on a pretty much on a crypto, you're making a fortune. So people make their money different ways. I know a lot of people, you'll see the catalyst saying to the moon, and everyone wants it to go from 15 cents to $5 or whatever. But sometimes, depending on how you play, they're going to play it from 20 to 25 cents, and they don't care if it never goes higher because they're going to make their profit in that window. So we'll see if we get that same type of action going forward. But as of right now, historically, we get a bounce off of the 16 cents, and typically we go into the low to mid 20s after that. Late night money grab. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. We typically get a bounce to those low to mid 20s. Almost, I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it usually happens. It usually happens. So for those of you with the higher DCA and you're tired of being in the red and your average your DCA is nowhere near the prices we are now, this is the opportunity for you to take action. And you'd be surprised how much your DCA comes down when there's a large gap between your current price, the current price of the coin, and your DCA. Miles G said, yeah. Thank you for doing this stream. You're welcome, Nathan. Absolutely. No, I just wanted to make sure that we were squared away. for a stable coin drop. Well, the stable coin is pretty much attached to the dollar. So theoretically, those currencies move around. So I guess theoretically it can, but it wouldn't have the volatility of the other cryptos. Otherwise, they're going to have to change that name from stable. But then again, all cryptos, all currencies, they all change in value, right? So I guess it's just a bit of subjective. This really reminds me of last year before it skyrocketed in May. Absolutely. Yeah, I did a technical analysis on this earlier today, and I went over as far as for the mirroring and the time frames that um, pretty much how it's aligning with what happened last year. Even though we had different catalysts that pushed it to the highs that we saw this year, excuse me, the catalyst for like 2020 into 21, as far as for where we are in the charts and them mirroring each other, they're looking pretty identical. So we'll see the momentum that we get in early January. But I am hoping that we can test that resistance level of around like the 30-cent range before the year is over. Good time to buy or wait for now. If you're bullish on the coin and this is a significant gap down from your DCA, I'd say take advantage of it, because you can't time these things. When you start timing it that specifically, you'll end up missing out. So, but if you're long term, coin count is going to matter more. So if you have a wide enough gap that you can bring down your DCA and get in the green sooner on the next rally, I say take action. Great question, Nathan. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll out to see if I missed anything. Does anyone have any other questions for me? Thank you. No, you're welcome. I appreciate you guys. I know this is much later than I normally go live, so I appreciate all of you. Was at 29 for DCA, got it down to 20 cents. That's beautiful. That's how you do it. So yeah, so you were at roughly 30 cents and you pretty much started buying coins at around 50% of that. That is how you bring your DCA down. Absolutely. Ever heard of Omicoin? I believe so. Absolutely. Yeah, I believe I have. Any other coins I'm looking at right now? Bitcoin, Ethereum, looking at SafeMoon too. I believe that they're gonna get a significant move this upcoming year. How long would it take to recover? I don't like, again, I don't believe this is like a crypto winter, so I don't think that we're gonna be like hanging out down here for long. I'll get an idea if this is retail playing a part in this, but I doubt it. I'll do some more research over the weekend. I'll report back to you guys what I find, but I don't imagine that we'll be hanging out down here for long. Because technically speaking, and based off of the charts, we normally get rallies here, and a lot of times you'll see people aggressively start buying, just because historically we sit higher than these positions, and you'll see that by like the chat. And I'm sure you can go on other forums and see that people are buying here, and that typically leads to the increase in price. Let's see. Hi, David. Thank you. Love your site. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Good deal, Andrew. Pingling coin. I haven't heard of that, Mr. Bogues. I'm only up about $20. Got to sell it all for Doge. Get like 1,200. Yeah, I mean, percentage wise, if we get the rally technically that we historically do, this is a great opportunity to make some quick bucks. So, historically speaking, it can prove to be very lucrative. Let's see. Thanks for doing this, especially this late. Your information is always so informative. I know I'm going shopping right now. Cardano and XRP. Yeah, I'm very XRP. I don't really care too much for. Not saying it won't do well, but just me personally. Cardano, I am very bullish on. So I expect great things out of them. So I am very bullish, and I do own some as well. Pangolin, got you. Look at Doge climb. Is it climbing? Let's take a look. Are you telling me it's climbing, or is it you saying that is that the name of another crypto, like a Doge climb or something? Thoughts on AMC and GME merger, NFTs, etc. I think that this is, as far as for AMC, I think that Adam Aaron is a marketing genius. I think that um, going forward, as far as for doing any type of mergers and NFTs, I think that he is doing a great job as far as for raising the actual value of AMC to hopefully meet the current prices of where it is, so that you can actually get some resistance as far as for on fair market value. Because we've seen the manipulation in the market that has been nothing short of astonishing. So I think that what Adam is doing is literally building the value of the company so that as they try and short it down, you're going to have pretty much some fair market value here to be like, okay, based off of these numbers, AMC is actually worth, this much. Or even on a without the catalyst, short squeeze catalyst, you can look at the company and say, based off of the revenue, I believe this company is undervalued. And that's where we're going to get some resistance and some pushback on some of the BS that we're seeing. Let's see. Thank you for being here. I foam up my way. Only Doge, 50 to 7, roughly how much I have to buy to bring my DCA somewhere decent. I posted, before I posted a DCA calculator, so I can kind of give you those ranges. I'll have to post it again. I know someone asked me the other day too. I'll post the link to the DCA calculator, and it'll give you the ranges. So it literally tell you how much money you have to spend to bring your DCA down to a certain point. But if most of your coins are in the 50 to 70 cents range, right now at like 15, 16 cents, you should be very aggressive. You'd be surprised how fast you can bring that down. Do I stake any of my crypto on BlockFi? Yeah, I do some. Just the ones that, as far as for like my long-term positions, so like some BTC, I'll do that because I don't plan on getting rid of them like at all, like within like the next decade. So, and they are on the Gemini platform, so it's a cold wallet. But I typically, as far as like for my in my really long positions, I'll stake them. But I don't do too much of staking. But if I'm long enough, then I'll entertain it, and usually I'll go with it. Thanks for going live. Yeah, man, no problem. Info about the rocket and SpaceX. Yeah, I don't think that, even about some leaked messages and all that kind of stuff, Elon has a history of saving companies and his companies and bringing them back. Like, I don't know why people and short sellers, they like to bet against Elon. I don't believe anything. I don't believe SpaceX is going anywhere. I would be really, really surprised if that were going to happen, or even if he couldn't raise the money to turn things around. I don't believe it's going anywhere. So I don't believe that's going to have a negative catalyst. I don't believe that's going to have an effect on whether or not on the Doge one. I don't believe that it's going to hurt that or prevent it from happening in any capacity. So as far as I'm concerned, I believe everything is still on. Do I think we will go lower on Sunday? It's possible, but again, historically, we don't typically sit around these ranges for long. So I expect us just to pretty much bounce out of here if we don't sink down or have some crazy catalyst tomorrow with the variant or something, that we get some negative pressure, or people, a large amount of people start FOMOing to push it down. But again, I'm long term, so the lower it gets, the better, because I would love a, because I say that next resistance is around 12 cents. I would love a 12 to 24 spread. That's 100%. I say when you go live on a down day, it eases the mind. Other people go live and start yelling at us all out. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be yelling. I don't believe it's that serious, but I appreciate your comment. Thoughts on if Doge says this low, if I should swap some AMC at current price for Dogecoin? AMC and Doge seem like a big buy at these levels. Yeah, I wouldn't swap them around. I'm bullish on both of them. I do both if you can. But with those two, I wouldn't play with, especially at the prices they're at now. I wouldn't play with moving them around. Like, you don't want to miss anything. Not saying anything's going to happen relatively soon, but just in case, because I'm very bullish on them, I personally wouldn't be moving that money around a lot. Let's see. Exactly. I believe it's a way for him to motivate his workers at SpaceX. Yeah, I can see that. Just bought the dip at 15.8. Congratulations, Beth. That's how you do it. Okay, thanks. I'll be looking for that link. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll post it in the community section, because I know a lot of people have been looking for it. You think it might go back up? Absolutely. I'm still bullish on Doge. Doge is dipping like a bad date. Yeah, if you, depending on where your DCA is, I definitely encourage buying the dip here. Typically, I don't say those things because you got to categorize what the dip is. And I made a video on this, but if there's a gap big enough between your current price and your DCA, this is the time that you can make a entry and make a difference. Let's see. What I love about dips is it gives everyone who wish to buy lower, an opportunity to buy lower. I read hundreds, and I mean hundreds of posts saying they wish they can go lower to buy more. Well, and I'm in the same boat. I get emails and all kinds of things saying that, oh, well, you always say this, and it's easy for you to say be patient because you bought a long time ago and stuff like that. And then we have these opportunities, and I just believe psychologically, and I know it's the excitement, and part of it is the community in itself, but people typically they'll buy on bull runs because it has like the opportunity to give you cash like right now, even though that's not how it works, and you typically end up going red. But historically, people typically buy on bull runs. But here, if you follow my channel or you're a subscriber, you know that I say do not buy on bull runs, and I always promote or tell you that I'm buying, and that time is going to be now. So not when the coin is running. Let's see. I bought in at 30, brought it down to 25. Congrats. That's how you do it. Could Doge go back down to 13? This was insane. I missed that and bought in at 15. Yeah, technically the resistance level historically on the extreme side of like that 50 to 80%, it can touch 90, is going to be around 12 cents. That's going to be your next resistance. After that, it's a gap down to around the 6 cents range. So yeah, if we hover down here, you can certainly see that resistance. But right now, we're still pretty much battling with that first level of resistance, which is around 16 cents. And we touched that, I believe, like 3 months ago before we had our bounce back up to the mid 20s. What's the worst case scenario for Doge? Worst case scenario is we break through the floor, and we'll have that dip down, where that gap where there's no support, and we'll go back down to around like the 6 cents range, and then we'll get a rally from there. I don't want to mess up my average on Robinhood, so I buy on Coinbase at these higher prices. Yeah, I understand that. Like, a lot of people aren't fooling with Robinhood right now until they bring those wallets. So I understand that. After this, drop them on my deathbed. Just hang on to the Doge and to your life. Not going to lie. Bought one too many dips. Price prediction for Doge by the end of 2022. I'll be able to do that. I have a better idea after the first quarter of next year because I did the charting as far as for the numbers this year, and it was difficult because I couldn't predict some of the shiny object syndrome with the community and a lot of the knockoff coins as well, because a lot of the money literally just split itself 10 different ways. So I'll have a better idea around the first quarter of next year. I'll say it, you're an idiot if you're buying Doge or anything right now. Just my opinion. Why do you think so? You've been saying you would buy if it dropped below 20. Just waited it out. Absolutely. Yeah, patience is rewarded. You got to be strategic with your entries. You can literally sell anything you buy tonight, next week, or tomorrow for a profit. Facts. That is facts. The last 17-cent dip ran up to 36 cents until today. I'm telling you, like historically, historically speaking, this is easy money. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it just really, I don't know what your term is for selling, but if you are waiting on a certain point and it doesn't really, because outside of that, if you're waiting to a certain point to sell and you're going to buy the coins anyway, then I understand people be strategic with your DCA, but it's not really going to make a difference, especially if you're going to buy them anyway. A lot of times, people like with your DCA, a lot of times people want to keep it that way just because it looks good, but financially, it's not going to make a difference if you're going to buy the coin anyway. But that's what I thought. I thought you meant that you were going to move it to a different coin. I mean, a different platform. But yeah, Robinhood doesn't have the wallets and stuff like that. So if you're using Robinhood as your primary investment account, then you're buying on Coinbase. That makes sense. Oh yeah, I see. You say you're playing with house money, so I get it. I mean, you should be buying now. Okay, yeah, I figured that after I saw your second comment, Tank. Is there fear coming from Biden's BBB plan? Possibly. I'm going to look over the catalyst tomorrow, and I'll try and have some. Today, I'll try and have some answers for you. But based off of the charts, I can see this coming. But I know the media is going to play a part into this, especially if they want the coins to go down or if there's some shorts in this position. So we'll see what the catalyst is coming and what narrative they're going to push. But I'll be able to have some answers for you later today. Let's see. You got it correct, big bro. I remember you said 16 cents a few days ago. Yeah, I try. I try. I appreciate you, Randy. Just wondering, why is the majority of crypto dipping right now? Yeah, so similar to the question I had, as far as for the catalyst, I can have a straightforward answer for you later today. But as far as for the short answer, in my opinion, is pretty much institutions playing, their manipulation game with the top 10 right now. So you'll see, Bitcoin dropping 5 figures in like an hour or so. So they're pretty much taking profit and moving money around. So I'll get a strong catalyst for you, see which angle the media is going to push this weekend. But as far as for like an actual reason, I guess you can say it's fear from the variant or something, but we'll see what angle they push. If possible, do you think Doge and Sheep should merge? No. The Sheep has way too many coins to do that. It wouldn't make sense as far as we have to readjust the numbers. It's a lot. That'd be difficult. I would need more information as far as for whose platform we're going to go with before I can answer that. But as of right now, I'd say no. The crypto bill, yeah, they're pretty much trying to make sure they can track everyone so they can get that tax money from all these new crypto millionaires. So, um, yeah, so they're pretty much just a lot of money. Crypto market is growing very rapidly. We went over $3 trillion a few weeks ago. So, Uncle Sam was going to want his cut. S&P took a big dip yesterday, and now same thing happened to crypto. We could go much lower now since all the news has been popping up about the new virus and spreading the upcoming shutdowns. Yeah, that's definitely believe that's one of the catalysts is spreading the fear from the virus. And a lot of people saying, I know Biden said that we're not going to have a shutdown. I'm not sure if people believe that. So that can certainly be a reason that people, if they weren't going to take profits and with these dips, that can certainly put them in the I better get out now mood. Ironically, the problem with buying the dip is most people are hesitant to purchase more of something they're already upside down on because the initial purchase was FOMO. That is a fact, Calvin. Is the final shade to get rid of the weak people. Yeah, you'll see these dip downs before these high ride ups, and a lot of times people will, if they don't have conviction in their investment, they'll move. So you typically see this in most plays before the next leg up. So it gives the institutions an opportunity to, especially if they're the whale in the market, it'll give them an opportunity to increase their position at a cheaper price. After every hard downfall, crypto recovers insanely to higher records. Yeah, technically, after the consolidation period is over, on the runs, typically it sets new all-time highs. So, and after each rally, we'll either fall to previous support or we'll set a new higher low. I've been buying Crow Coin, wondering if these is a good opportunity. I'm still indecisive on Crow Coin, actually. I've been looking at it for the last week or two, actually, and I'm still pretty neutral on Crow Coin, to be honest with you. They don't want the average Joe to get rich. They're trying to force us to sell. Let's see. Do I ever get sleep? Sometimes. Yeah, but I normally get sleep. Just sleep for long periods of time, but I definitely get sleep. I bought 10,000 at 16.5 and sold at 16.6. Hey, profit is profit, right? Time to buy some more. Get solid money. Yeah. Reverse psychology, absolutely. What event do I think will happen first? The AMC, MOAS, or Doge hitting $1? Wow, that is a great question. I would like to think that outside of the catalyst and stuff that we have for Dogecoin, I would like to say that AMC will go first, but we'll see because they've dragged this thing out much longer than I could have imagined. So we'll see because I believe Doge is going to need a couple of the catalysts that we have in the pipeline to come to life before we can make that run to $1. But AMC should have went a long time ago, so I'll say that they're going to go first. They don't want my ghetto ass in the clubhouse. Wow, even. Appreciate you, sir, David. Is Dogecoin going below 15 cents? It can. It can. We have some support at around 12 cents, and after that, again, we can have the gap down to around the 6 cents range. So it can go below 12 cents, but that is some resistance level there. We do have some resistance there. Excuse me, or below 15 cents. We do have some resistance around the 12 cents, but historically 15 to 16, we've gotten bounces before. So we'll see how well they hold up. Thank you for so much dedication to us in the Doge community. Absolutely, no problem. And if you haven't yet, please consider liking this video. And if you are new to the channel and you want to see more from me, check out some of my previous videos and decide if you want to subscribe or not. You can always change your mind later. Crow will hit $3 to $5 in 6 months, in my opinion. It has the capability. I'm looking. If I take a position, I'll let you guys know, but I am looking. I would keep M2. I would keep on Gem. I mean, you can split them up. I know a lot of people do. It's not really like mandatory you keep them together, but Gem isn't a bad play still. All it takes is one whale to buy 1 billion coins. Yeah, that can certainly help. If you don't have money, you can start driving Uber, taking online surveys, and collect free Dogecoin and faucets. Yeah, you can certainly. There's a lot of ways you can raise money. Yeah, Dogecoin is cheap, especially compared to these prices. It's done a lot for the price that it has. It's literally like the poor man's Bitcoin. So he sleeps for 5 minutes so he can do his research. He got so yeah. You guys will actually be surprised how late that I'm up. If you send me emails and stuff like that, you'll know that I'm. But yeah, you'd be surprised how late that I'm actually up. I wake up not feeling good. Now I know why. You felt your portfolio go down? The Tesla factory is by my house in Austin. If Doge keeps going down, I will go and demolish the factory and no one will get a Tesla. Well, why are you going to take it out on Tesla? Robinhood allows you to buy up to 5 million Dogecoin. Now, it's good. The South could have money to cover the AMC shorts. Yeah, I have an opinion as far as on that. So, but they have around, last I checked, around 5 to 6 million shares that they can borrow to short. So I think that they'll try and get it to like the low 20s this upcoming week and probably take out some options, probably around $30 to $50 range for AMC. Use those shares to take it down to in the teen range and then start to cover from there. They'll save a fortune. Covering at 15 is a lot better than covering at 60. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you. Great to have you, Samuel. Or would Doge bounce back in your opinion? I'll have to pull some catalysts here, but we will see this coming week. But historically, it happens pretty quickly once we get to these ranges. We typically have a run up to the higher resistance level, which is around 30 cents. We'll have some hesitation in the low to mid 20s, but typically we run to that 30 cents range. Crypto stock investors don't need sleep. Doge is under 16 cents. Oh, welcome, Ryan. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. What's up with the Cardano's lately? They've been so quiet after they hit the all-time high. I appreciate them when these cryptos are not using, when these coins or communities aren't using certain catalysts to try and like push their narrative. So I appreciate when these coins are quiet and certainly building off of innovation. I'll pull a catalyst for it. I'll put it in my notes here, and I can cover that. I'll probably do another live this weekend, so I can cover that as far as for new catalyst for Cardano. I think it could hit 10 cents. It's possible, but we're going to have to break through that 12 cents floor. And at that point, it's possible to get a gap down to around 6 cents. So it's certainly possible. You're welcome. I like Heineken first beer on you after Doge rebounds. Of course. How long do I think these dips will last? I got to do an evaluation on the market overall and look at the catalyst that's being pushed. So once I do that, I can kind of give you an idea. But I don't believe that we're headed into a crypto winter just yet. So I do expect us to bounce as of now. But once I get an idea as far as what the catalyst that they're going to push, I'll be able to give you more concrete information. Will Tesla still accept Doge? Yeah, I believe they will sometime in 2022. But I still believe that's in the pipeline. It's 2:50 a.m. here in New York. I'm in bed, and your voice. It's relaxing. All right. Well, I'm glad I can help. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast too, so we're on the same time. You decided to do your rest of your Christmas shopping. Yeah, I think this is a lot of people have spent. I mean, this is the time of the year that we're going to gauge the economy because we don't know. There's another, the Black Friday numbers. We're going to gauge Black Friday numbers and Christmas spending for that's going to play a part as far as for how the recovery is doing. So if these numbers come back and they're all unfavorable, you may see another dip. So just kind of keep that in mind. I like your points of views on AMC. I'm still at $6 and 10.26 on my second account. Yeah, I have a lot of AMC at $10. I have my, I guess it's like my third account. My DCA is a little higher, but yeah, my initial AMC I started buying at $5 and $8, but I think my DCA is around like $10. If only we could mine crypto as fast as the government prints money. Facts. Play with Daisy. I'm hoping zero. Where you are, David? Just a few miles outside of Detroit, Michigan. Here, I'm in Atlanta, so Atlanta, Georgia. Tardy to the party. I know pullbacks are healthy. Do you think this is a school bag will help control the market push well past the last 3 trillion? It's possible. Like when you see, let's see. Yeah, because I think that with the catalyst coming, I think we're going to go because even like a lot of the videos I've done, I've said that we're going to have, what do we think about the market when we hit like 10 trillion? So I do believe that, especially the speed at which we're going, I think that we're going to be over 5 trillion relatively quickly. So I think that this is going to escalate very quickly, and that's why I'm very bullish on these coins, especially the top 10. You're in Atlanta as well? I think I may do something here. I don't know how many followers I have in Atlanta, but maybe I'll do something where we can get together if I have enough people that are close. My average is 40 cents, no money to DCA right now. No, I understand. Hey, just do what you can when you can to get that down, especially now because you could do magic here with cutting your DCA down below 50. Well, excuse me, at a greater percentage than 50%, right? So you can do a killing right now. So if you can, just certainly try if you can at some point, but especially at these prices. But I certainly understand. Flint, Michigan. Hey, where is everybody from that's on this live right now? I don't know because I want to try to do an idea here. I know this is probably the absolute worst time to ask this question, considering how late it is. But I'm just curious, where's everybody from? Let's see. Okay. North Carolina, California, Oregon, Austin, Philippines, so Houston, Texas, Michigan, San Jose, New Jersey, Mississippi, Vancouver, Texas, Rhode Island. Oh my God, the chat's filling out now. Louisville, England, Portland, Palm Springs, Wakanda. All right, play with Daisy. How do you have two places? Texas, Turkey, South Carolina. David, you should do a farmer's insurance commercial for crypto. You can cover it all because you've seen a few things. So funny. Florida, that's my home state. Maine, Texas. Oh, I have a lot of people in Texas. Okay. So maybe I got to come to Texas then. But yeah, I appreciate you guys staying on this late with me. And for all of you that are new to the channel, again, please consider giving the video a like. Did you call this a dip party? You're so funny. But please consider giving the video a like and come to Dallas. I have to do a poll to see where everybody's at. So that way, because I know Texas is huge, so I have to do a poll to see where everybody's at. But if Dallas is convenient to the most people, I can certainly make that happen. Bringing home the championship. Texas is where it's at. Yeah, I mean, because I moved from a no state tax state like Florida to Georgia, and Georgia has a state tax. So Florida, when it comes to business, Florida and Texas are where it's at. So dig the tunes to the interest of your videos. Yeah, I try and pick some good music. I try not to force my taste on everyone. So, but I figure, it's my channel. So hopefully you guys will appreciate it. So I try and pick something that, hopefully, people will like. Let's see. Oh, David, finally got to your stream. Just wanted to thank you for everything you're doing for us. Lots of respect from Russia. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have no idea how to say your name, but I appreciate you and your comment. Thank you for that. Will Doge recover? Florida Gators. Yeah, I'm from Gainesville, Florida, so it's got to be Florida Gators. I'm from the UF. It's definitely Florida Gators. Absolutely. Dipping after dark. You're so funny. I may need to name my next video that Dipping After Dark. But yeah, so certainly if you're new to the channel, please consider giving it a like. And if you want to join the community, as far as for just being a part of the family, just hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all of you. And I definitely you guys for staying up this late, because it's like 3 a.m. where I'm at. I know it's a little earlier in Texas, but it is literally 3 a.m. where I'm at now. So I appreciate that. You guys being up with me. Can you create the music for Dipping After Dark? Yeah, we can. Yeah, shoot me an email. We can work it out. Dipping After Dark reminds me of BET Uncut. Wow. Not the uncut. Doge will be back. Yeah, absolutely. Is Dogecoin dead? Not at all. No, this is historically Doge is still in the ranges. And I know I say this a lot, but historically, Doge has not done anything to break formation. Now, if Bitcoin rallies to 100,000 and Doge goes to 6 cents, yeah, then we can start to be like, okay, what just happened? Is Dogecoin dead? Then we got to ask those serious questions. But as long as we are pretty much in the realm in the ranges that we need to be, we can't say that Dogecoin is dead. Well, dollar cost average, absolutely. Yeah, dollar cost average. That's certainly how you're gonna come out on top. And that's really not even a Dogecoin play. That's just an investing play. You need to take that approach and that mindset to crypto and the stock market anywhere you can. See, David, you're more humble, and my other dude, half retarded, a little worried, and you shout out your peeps. Bitcoin will be following Doge next year. Whoa. Patrick, I'm going to put the dollar cost average calculator in the chat, so that way you can just enter your amounts, and it'll give you that number for you. What's up with Shiba? Shiba is going to have to build a catalyst. They have the community, but you're going to see that correct. They're going to have to go through that correction phase. The same thing that Doge did. I'm not saying that they can't rally again, but you got to have that correction phase with that consolidation point and build up that support before you have your next rally. So everything Doge just so happened because it was I guess the front runner as far as like a meme coins. We got catalyst after catalyst after catalyst. So it was just literally, growing in terms of popularity and shooting up. But it's hard for another coin to replicate that. So they're going to have to consolidate, build up that support level, then move up and then repeat, which is where Dogecoin is now. All cryptos eventually get to that point, but I think that people were, expecting, an immediate moonshot, and nothing really goes to immediate moonshot unless you're really early. Thanks for your content. I appreciate you. I think. Do I think Sheep can reach $1 at this point? No, I don't. I don't think there's way too many coins for Sheep to reach $1 right now because the market would have to expand probably 100x plus in order to make that possible. But it'll take a really long time, or we're going to have to be in hyperinflation, or they're going to have to get rid of a lot of coins. So, do I believe Bitcoin will drop under 40K? I got a price target of Bitcoin at around 20K for next year. And then at that point, I believe we're going to go over 6 figures. You haven't seen me in a minute. I'm here. I'm here. I am here. But I'm going to do a poll as far as for, especially with like Texas and like Atlanta. So we'll see. I can see if I can put something together. And we'll see as far as about putting something together, and maybe I can come out and meet with some of you guys in person. So with that, I'm going to get back to research. So before I go, definitely like the video. And if you're not a part of the family, please consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys for staying up with me tonight. And I will post some more findings for my research over the weekend. And we're going to get some catalysts, and I'll answer some of the questions I've taken down here tonight. So if you haven't, I'd suggest if there's a big enough gap, please consider averaging down. So, you can be further in the green, increase your coin count in the next bull run. So if you haven't yet, please consider averaging down as well. So, and definitely go over the charts. And if you missed the part where I told you how I was able to predict the breakout, just kind of go to the beginning of this video or look at the video I posted about 8 hours ago, and I'll give you the exact parameters that I use to pretty much be able to predict the breakout in one or the other direction. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.